Hi everyone and welcome to another Hungry Heavy Crafts video tutorial. I'm your host Leslie Oman and today I want to show you a scrapbook layout that I've made. I thought that I would turn on the video camera and just really show you it from the start till the end. And to start off with, I've already printed out some photographs. This is using a template from Kerry Bradford. I really like the way that you can get lots of photographs all onto one page. So this is to document my recent visit back to Northern Ireland to see my family. So to start off with, I've just got a piece of white cardstock and I'm using some red paper here which has got a pinstripe on it, and I like the way that it's really bold against the white background. And I've already cut some bits and pieces into strips so that I can put them straight onto the layout rather than waste time cutting on the video. So as well as the red, I've also got some of this blue cardstock and this strip of paper which has got little keys on it, and I thought that was quite adept and quite perfect for this topic, which is about the homeland and going home, because you need your keys to get into your home. So laying that key strip on top of the blue so that I can see a little bit of the blue poking out the top, and I'm going to stick that to the top section of this red piece. So let's get this stuck down using my glue roller. And I'm going to lay it onto my mat so that I can try and get it straight. Not always easy. There we go. I've actually cut down the white piece of cardstock just a fraction shorter than 12 by 12, because then if I decide to put any dimension onto the page, it's not going to buckle up and it's easy to get into the page protectors. So I want to stick this one along the top here like this, and this red section is where I'm going to place my photos in here, and I like the way that it pops against the bright red background. So I want another strip of the blue down below, so let's see, this is a piece of cardstock which I have left over from another page that I was making, and I thought that I might add it to introduce another colour, and I quite like the way that sits against that. It's a little bit shorter than the strip of the photos, but I quite like that, so let's stick it on. I'll use the dots as a guide to stick it on straight. There we go. So I haven't decided whether I will butt it up against the top or put it down below further. Maybe I'll put it down here. I've got another strip of paper which I've cut out, and it's got little houses on it, which I thought was also very fitting for today's theme. So maybe what I'll do is stick that over the top like that. Move that down. I'm just really playing right now, moving things around, seeing what I like. I might move this down a little bit further. Let's stick this on here first of all. Let's line it up against my craft mat so I can make sure that it's straight. I want this piece of blue to be slightly thicker than the one at the top, just so that there's more weight at the bottom of the page. So let's play with this now. So I could have it at the top or at the bottom. Yeah, I think I like that. I'll just need to stick this down. And I never put the glue right up to the edge, because if I decide afterwards that I want to tuck something underneath it, then it's easy to do that, but I want to make sure that it's not falling off either. So let's stick this one down, and then I'll decide. Yeah, I think I'll put this one in here, but I'll need to trim some of the bottom of some of the white off the bottom of this piece. So let's tuck this underneath here now and see what it looks like. Yeah, I like that. So let's stick it down in place. And I'll try and make sure that it's roughly centered on the page. Okay, so because this overhangs a little, I'm going to use my metal ruler and a craft knife to trim off the edge just now, so that it can fit nice and neatly into my page protector. Get rid of the excess. And now I'm going to start thinking about embellishments and tags and bits and pieces. I've punched some circles from vellum because this blue piece of cardstock's got a bit of a dirty smudge at the end, so I decided that I was going to cover it up. So I've punched some circles from vellum and also some smaller circles from some scraps of cardstock, which matches that yellow piece in the middle. So let's stick some of these down in place like this. And because I'm using the dots roller adhesive, you can't really see it through the vellum, and plus this little circle will cover up the adhesive anyway. So I'm just going to snip off that overhanging piece. And I've got some other bits and pieces. This is just a little like an outline of a rectangle which I've printed off. I'm going to stick that there, and I have cut out a few like word confetti pieces that I'm going to scatter over the page as well. This is a journaling block. I think it's from Creative Cafe, and I like the brown, and it ties in with some of the keys and the colours in the houses below. So I'm going to tuck this underneath the yellow bit at the top here. Or maybe I'll put it underneath the photos. Yeah, I think I like it like that, overhanging the yellow bit. Let's put that in. Try and get it straight. Oh, there we go. And I've got a few more of these circles as well, so I'm thinking I'll put one there. Let's tuck it in underneath. There we go. Yeah, I like that. And another one of these little tiny yellow circles to go on top. And then another one of these rectangular frames. So this is the little word fairy that I've cut out of a piece of scrapbook paper, and this one says "We are family." So I'm gonna stick that one there, and then I've got another one which says "Together," and I haven't decided whether I'm going to put that one at the top or the bottom. I think I'll put this one down here, and I wanted to break out of that frame. So rather than squeeze it in the center, I'm just going to have it break out of the frame. And this one I wanted to overlap that little circle. So one more vellum circle to go up here to hide that little dirty mark on the edge of the blue cardstock. So let's see if I can pick up this key paper. Stuck down too tightly. Come on, there we go. And then a little yellow circle as well. and I'll use a craft knife this time. So that's the embellishments, or the little pieces of vellum and card. So I'm going to add my title now, and I'm using a Sharpie pen just to scribble over some of the letters, because although the blue color is really nice and it suits this layout, I think it just needed to be a little bit darker to match the or to coordinate with the blue cardstock. So I've squiggled over it twice with a Sharpie, and then use some tweezers to stick it down. I've added a few little hearts. You can see one up here, and I'm going to put another one just here. And these are just punched out of scraps that I have lying around, but of the paper which I've already used on the layout. And I'll put another one down here. So I want this to say visit to the homeland rather than just homeland. So I'll work on that as well, but I've also got some journaling here. So I've used the rest of that tag and mounted it onto a little bit of the yellow cardstock which I had left over, and I'm going to stick it up here like this. And I like the way that it overlaps that key border. So I'm using a quick cuts die, and I only have a little piece of the yellow cardstock left, so I've cut it into little rectangles, and I'm laying the little rectangles on top of the die over the letters that I need to cut. So let's whiz it through the Cuttlebug. And then I'll have the letters that I need to make the title. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there's my V. So I've cut out the visit and also the words to thee, and I've laid them onto the page, and using some tweezers I'm just pulling it off, putting a little bit of quickie glue, which is really good glue pen for doing fine detail, and then sticking it back on with my tweezers. Makes it really easy to get in the right position. So now I want to add a date to my layout, so I'm just using a normal stationery date stamp from a stationery shop, and I have stamped it on some white scratch paper, mounted it in the red, and then I'm going to stick it up the top. And this is a metal embellishment. It's a little key. I think it's from Making Memories. It's been in my stash for a long time. I'm just going to push it against the cardstock to make a mark, and then I'll use my craft knife to make a little hole and push it through. Now, just one last thing before I'm finished is I decided to put some twine through that tag and let it hang loose like that. So there's my final project. Thank you for watching today, and be sure to visit the website for more card making and scrapbooking inspiration. Thanks for watching.